it's a bit blurry. Oh, I am live. This is my start dance of liveness. So, let's begin with why I went to hospital. As you know, this was supposed to happen yesterday. I was going to make a whole autumnal wreath. Please observe the autumnal wreath-like things that I have ready. But then something happened to me over the weekend. As you know, I get migraines every month for about a week, which is a thing. But then I had a really, really special one on Saturday. Special in the really, really bad way, where I basically woke up with the worst migraine. Worse than, well, as bad as the last time when I was 19 and I lost the vision in my eye while I had a migraine. So kind of was pretty scary. Oh yeah, Clara's in the comments, by the way. Say hey to her. Newly married Clara. It's the first time I'm going to live stream since she got married. Anyway, so yeah, woke up, horrific pain. And then I started to lose the feeling in my left arm, that it went numb and droopy and just felt hollow and weird. And then the left side of my face went numb and floppy and I couldn't move it. And then we phoned an ambulance, as you should do in these situations. And yes, and then they took me to A&E, which is your emergency room if you're in America. People are very confused when I say A&E. Like, what is this? What's this weird thing we've never heard of? The ER. I only know these things from TV. And the doctor was like, well, you could potentially having a stroke right now. Good. I mean, I say good. I didn't actually respond with good. I didn't say anything. I was out of it in that intense pain. When you have really, really bad pain and you just kind of shut yourself down and don't respond. So you're still there, but you can't respond. Also, obviously, because I can't hear things, it's not like I can lie there and hear what's going on and then respond. So instead, I just was out of it for many hours, and they pumped me full of lots of painkillers and fluids and antiemetics. Oh yeah, because I kept vomiting. I normally don't vomit with migraines. So that was another thing that was really weird, and it just felt like different. I just knew it was different. Anyway, and after many hours in the hospital and blood tests and a CT scan, they determined that I had a hemiplegic migraine, which is where it's like a stroke but with no lasting effects. So yay, no lasting effects. Claps for that, claps for that. But it's kind of knocked me out, obviously. I look good today, but it's a lie. My hair is curled because I curled it 3 days ago and I just didn't take it down from the rollers. So it looks good though, right? It looks good, yeah. And I put my makeup on because, you know, that makes me feel good. And I wanted to do some crafty stuff with you guys. Hey. But I do feel horrific. So we'll see how long this crafting continues. And I have a big announcement that I wrote down on my phone for you, so I remember, because you know me. Memory. So, yeah. Obviously, you know all the story, by the way, if you follow me on Twitter and Instagram, which you can find links to down below if you don't already. Why don't you follow me? You should follow me. I post fun outfits on Instagram. And on Twitter, what do I do on Twitter?
Everything.
Everything, says Clara. Clara says I do everything on Twitter. So follow me on Twitter. But big announcement, guys. After talking to Clara and Claudia and my mum, because you know it's serious when my mum gets involved, I'm going to be taking my own advice and taking life easy when big things happen. Yeah, because I feel horrific, and so So I'm going to take 2 weeks off from making videos. So I'm doing this live stream now, and then there won't be also words keep escaping me. Friday, there won't be a Friday video, and there won't be videos next week or the week after. I think that's it. The next video will be out on the 23rd of November. And not only that, it's going to be a very special video because the UK Disability History Month, that's what I'm trying to say, starts on the 22nd of November. So I'm going to make 5 videos starting on the 23rd of November, profiling different amazing historical figures who have disabilities. And if you're a member of the Kellgren-Fozard Club, which if you're not, you can click join down below, or there's a link in the description. I did mention in our behind the scenes video, the Weekenders video from last month, that I want to start making profiles of historical female figures. So this will be kind of a precursor to that, but disability themed. Yay! If there are any people that you'd like to suggest, please leave them in the comments, not in the scrolling chat, but in the comments of this video, with people that you think you would really like to see me make a video on. I'm very excited to do it, I must say. So that's what I'll be doing. And then also, I'm going to be doing Vlogmas differently this year, because it's important to be kind to oneself and to accept that you have a chronic illness and not overwork. You proud of me, Clara?
Yes, very much so.
Just had to get the affirmation. Yeah. So this year, instead of Vlogmas being 25 consecutive videos, which is a bit much, instead what I'm going to be doing is doing 3 videos a week in December, and then doing a very special thing called Christmas Tide, which, by the way, is the original Christmas, which is 12 days of consecutive videos, and that will start on Christmas Day, on the 25th of December, and it will go all the way to the 5th of January. So in that period when there generally aren't lots of things to do, but you're not back at school yet, or necessarily at work, so you will have fun videos to watch instead. I hope that will... Oh, I have a new member, Cindella. That is a nice name. Hey, Cindella. So that's what I'm going to be doing this year, and I hope that you guys are really on board with that, and that you support that. I'm really sorry that there aren't going to be lots and lots of Vlogmas videos, but there will continue to be videos because I'm not going to burn myself out. That's my goal. Looking after myself. What else did I want to say? Oh, but I will still be vlogging some things here and there in the time that I'm off, because I'm going to be just taking things at a slower pace when I make videos, including I'm getting a PhD from the University of Worcester. Thank you. Which I'm going to go and collect this Friday, which is very exciting. And that will be in this month's Weekenders video, which members have access to. So you can see me in my robe. I mean, of course, I'm going to post pictures on Instagram of me in my robe. I'm very excited. But yeah, health comes first, even if you want to prance around in a robe. They won't let me take it home with me, which is a shame. I was quite into that. Okay. Well, back to the actual reason we're here today. This started trailing off into a list of things I need to buy, like eggs and frozen raspberries. So I assume that was not what I intended to tell you guys. So my idea originally was that I was going to make a wreath using my glue gun. I know, who let me have a glue gun? Fools, foolish people. And this really cool wreath. See, I come prepared. And all this stuffiness, including these little pumpkins. I'm going to make an autumn wreath. And yeah, and I was going to tie this in to like questions. I'm going to answer questions whilst I make an autumnal wreath. Yes, who's behind it? And what else was I going to... Oh, and we have these very special gold leaves, and for every super chat, I will be adding a gold leaf. Right, but I actually start making this now. Someone asked me a question that I shall answer whilst I make this.
What's the PhD?
What's the PhD in? Good question. I'm going to be a doctor of philosophy. Although I'm not allowed to say I'm a doctor outside of academic circles, which is fair. So if I'm on a plane, no one comes to me and asks me to save someone's life. I mean, fortunately, I am actually married to a doctor. Yes, dentists are doctors. So she is really great, and she can, oh, hello. I see. Super chat. That's one gold leaf that's coming up. Or will be. Thanks, Candice. You're awesome. Okay, opening. And there we go. Okay. One gold leaf. Hey! Next question. I'm ready.
Scrolling down on the other day, someone asked your favorite candy. For some weird
What's
reason.
my favorite candy? Well, I can't have sugar, but I'm really, really into fruit foams at the moment. What are they called? Roundtree? Are they Roundtrees? No, I once kissed a Roundtree. Wait.
Oh, you want them?
They're a Frutella. There we go. Not sponsored, clearly. Because if I was, I'd remember the name of the brand. Or would I? Frutella sugar-free fruit foams. They're sweetened with stevia. They come in 3 flavors: strawberry, lemon, and peach. The peach is the best, obviously. Yeah, they're really good. They're really tasty, and they're foamy, as the name suggests. So yes, that's my favorite.
Favorite vintage dress shop?
My favorite vintage dress shop? Oh, well, that's very difficult. Okay. Well, come on now. You know I love Collective. You know I do. I can't actually walk past their shop without buying anything. And that's difficult because Brighton is not a big place. But my God, their stuff's so gorgeous. They have a red cape right now. And I need it in my life. And I don't know what I'd wear it with, but I need it. I may have to get the entire outfit. Next question.
You mentioned favorite author, but do you have a favorite book?
Oh, do I have a favorite book? See, I think my favorite book's probably Little Women, because it was the first. Was it the first book? I don't know. I read it when I was quite a prolific reader at a young age, and I think I read it when I was about 7, and it coloured my ideas of womanhood and what it meant to be a teenage girl. Apparently that means like cutting off all your hair and selling it so that your family don't starve. You know, just the regular ideals. Good book though, good book. Oh no, I just remembered. Catherine Called Birdie. If you've not read Catherine Called Birdie, you need to read it. I tried to force Clara to read it. Ooh, another gold leaf. Thank you. I'm Panda. Good name, good name. Anyway, yeah, Catherine Called Birdie. It's excellent. It's about, she's a medieval lady and she's like so feminist. She's wonderful. And she refuses to marry this really old man. She's like, how am I going to run away? It's like a really good Bridget Jones's Diary set in the medieval times. I love that book so much, so much. You should all go and buy it immediately, or rent it, or borrow it from your local library. All of these options. Right.
Okay, so once you move on after Philippa Gregory, do you have any historical fiction lined up?
Oh my God, once I moved on after Philippa Gregory, I'm going to cry. That's what's going to happen. I think we know this. Oh, passing along a little bit of love from Miss Luna. Thank you very much for another gold leaf. Oh, do I have anything lined up? I don't. I know a lot of you guys have given me absolutely amazing suggestions that I should have collated in one place, but they're all over the shop. I'm going to make an Instagram post, I think, of probably myself crying on the day I finished my Philippa Gregory. No, on the day that I finished my penultimate Philippa Gregory, because obviously I need to have something lined up for when I finish the last page, obviously. And I'll ask you, and then I shall need all of the recommendations then, please. So head to my Instagram. That's the place. It's just my complete face. Oh, I love when you guys use the emojis. Ah, like a little excited Tilly emoji. Oh, I love it. Okay.
Favorite Christmas film?
Favorite Christmas film? It's actually, I can't show you because it's behind you, but my favorite Christmas film is It's a Wonderful Life, and we have a ginormous picture of it, of the film poster, but it's behind you on the wall. I shall show you in another video. What is Jessica making? Someone asks. Jessica is attempting to make an autumnal wreath. But Jessica's a bit in pain. Wait, oh, Jessica's not taken the medication that she's supposed to have taken. So, I'm going to do both of these things at once. Yes, It's a Wonderful Life is a beautiful film, Hazel. You are correct. Right. How prepared for Christmas are you? That's a good question. I am going to be more prepared after the 2 weeks I'm taking off. That's my answer. Next.
Can you remind your American viewers to vote today?
Can I remind? Yes, I can. American viewers, if you have not already voted today, actually I don't know what time of day it is for you. It might be too early. But yes, if you've not already voted today, get out there and vote. What are you doing? Come on, exercise your rights. Doesn't matter who you're voting for. I mean, it does a little bit. But, you know, it's not the right thing to say. You're supposed to just say vote. So yeah, vote, vote. Do that. I mean, also think it through, but vote.
Excellent.
Next question.
This one was left in the community tab.
Oh, thank you. Someone left it in the community tab.
This is, I don't know how to take it, but it's fun. Why do British homes have the lock and doorknob so high on the door?
Why do British homes have the lock and doorknob so high on the door?
That is
You mean-
really fun.
I'm assuming you mean the front door. Do we? Where do you put yours? Where are the ones in other countries? Where's your wife? At work. It is within working hours. I work from home. She works from a dental surgery. Are they high? Where are yours in Spain?
At the same place.
Right, Clara says they're at the same place, so
I don't
there
know.
we go. Also, yes, someone just asked, can you see the text? And I can, but it's moving quite quickly. Oh, someone voted for the first time. Well done, Layla. I believe your name was, as that went very quickly up. Do you still celebrate 5th of November in Britain? Yes, we do. If you don't know, the 5th of November, otherwise known as Bonfire Night or Guy Fawkes, yes, we had a wonderful array of fireworks last night, set off into the sky, lots of bonfires, when we celebrate that a man tried to blow up the Houses of Parliament and then didn't, so then we blew him up. I mean, we've all got our strange celebrations, don't we? Right. Next.
Okay, a bit of a serious one.
Oh, okay.
Also in the community tab, how do you cope with having to rest?
How do I cope
Very
with having to
appropriate.
rest? This is a very apt question. Hello, Athena Pavlov, new member. How do I cope with having to rest? Not as well as I should is probably the answer to that. I am a very determined person, not always to my own good. Sometimes I work against myself, I suppose. Yeah, but I'm okay with resting as long as I'm doing something. But I can fool myself in that the doing something can be very, very minor, such as I got obsessed with June's Journey. Damn it, fall into these traps. Buy my own product. I'm like, I swear I will never like promote something to you guys that I do not enjoy. And yes, when I promote an app, it is because I've become obsessed with it. So I play a lot of June's Journey, and then I just kind of fall asleep. And I think that's okay, because I lulled myself into the false sense of doing something. But then I just fall asleep. It's good. Oh, all right. This is quite funny. But when I'm trying to go to sleep, I tend to stroke Claude's head, because then the thing I'm doing is making her go to sleep. So then it feels like it's doing. There you go. But if you don't have a Claudia, you could always stroke a puppy. Or a cat, if you're a cat person. I shan't say anything on that. I have bad memories with cats. Right. I know, it makes me really bad lesbian.
If you could live in any film, which one would it be?
If I could live in a film, Holiday. Not The Holiday. Holiday with Cary Grant and Katharine Hepburn. Ugh. I mean, first of all, I would be rich enough to just go on cruises whenever. And also I'd be incredibly clever, because everyone is in that film, and incredibly funny and charming, as they both are. Ugh. I genuinely, any film with Cary Grant and Katharine Hepburn is a winner for me, for sure. Yes, that's where I'd like to live. Oh, new member. Hello, Nick Fincher. How do you do? Welcome. Next question. This is so fun. This is really making me feel better, guys. Thank you very much for just joining me whilst I slowly craft a wreath. Ooh, more gold. Thank you, Kate. More gold. Also, go faster, Jessica. That's not from Kate. That's from me. I'm just telling myself things now. Yes.
Okay,
yes.
So someone's getting a wheelchair soon, and it's the first time. Any tips?
A vulture?
A wheelchair.
Oh, sorry. Lip reading fails. Man, we should make a video about that. Sorry, someone is getting a wheelchair soon.
Any tips?
Any
the first time.
Now, is that tips for choosing the wheelchair? Or is it tips?
I think they already have it.
Oh,
like
okay.
It's coming. So if you have any helpful.
Oh, Nick, thank you. Another gold thing. Okay, well, the number one tip if you haven't got your wheelchair yet is don't get it in a bright colour unless you like wearing bright colours. Because for some obscure reason, I decided to get one in electric blue. I've never worn electric blue in my life. I don't like electric blue as a colour. I don't like any kind of very bright colours, and yet. Foolish. So, get one in a nice colour that you'll actually get along with. That's a smart move. Okay, but tips in terms of, I'm guessing this is like a confidence thing, like going out in public. Oh, yeah, thank you. A going out in public type of how do I feel in my wheelchair type of stuff. That's a toughie, but always take a friend with you on the first couple of times who is super chill. You know who you're talking about. It might not even be your best friend. Your best friend might not be someone who is super chill. You might just have an acquaintance who is one of those people that's just like, yeah, go with the flow, whatevs. One of those types of people. Take them out with you. The type of person that you know is just going to treat you like normal, is not going to care in the slightest bit that you're in your wheelchair, and should someone else comment on it, is probably going to get involved. I remember the very first time I went into school in my wheelchair. I'm genius. My school had a common room that was down 5 steps. Great thinking. So I couldn't actually go into the common room, and all my friends were in the common room, and none of my friends came out of the common room. So I just was at the top of the steps, parked in my little wheelchair, and I cried. And then this girl who was in the year below, who I vaguely knew because my parents were friends with her parents, came over, and she was like, "Oh, hey, Jessica, I haven't seen you in ages." And she gave me a hug, and she started chatting about how her little brother and my little brother had started doing cricket together or something like that, and how her little brother was actually really terrible at it, but my brother was apparently quite good. And we just started talking about, oh, hi, by the way, Darryl, thank you. And we just started talking about cricket and little brothers and how awful little brothers are and how they're stupid. And she was amazing. And then because she was so chill, all of her friends came over and started chatting with me. And I was just like, oh my God. And I was still crying. But they went from being tears of like absolute horror to just being like, Jesus, you know what? There are actually really great people in the world. Is that even a helpful story? The main gist of it is the first couple of times you need someone who's going to break the ice. And then you know how to break the ice yourself from then on. Is that helpful? I hope so.
I'm sure it was.
I could make a video about that. That's better. Sorry. It's like better advice, I suppose. But, you know, it's all about confidence, isn't it? And the not feeling that anyone else has any right to make you feel lesser than you are. You know? Doesn't matter. Just you do you. Don't feel you've got to bow down to what anyone else says. None of that rubbish. You're great. Just the way.
Awesome. Thoughts on service animals?
Thoughts on service animals? How could anyone have any thoughts except awesome?
I guess it's more like, would you get one?
Oh, would I get one? Would I get a service animal? Walter was, I mean, you wouldn't believe it now, but he was actually trained to be a little good at various acts of service. And then Claudia came along and he was like, you've got a human. What do you need me for? I'm off. And now he does nothing. He's just incredibly lazy. He's like, well, it's fine. She can hear. She'll tell you stuff. So the doorbell rings. He looks at Claudia like, you going to tell her? Because I can't be bothered, so. But maybe in the future, I guess like that. Someone could like go and reach stuff and bring. That's my service animal. I don't know what kind of animal that is, but yeah. A bird. Next question.
All right. So given that you spend a lot of time in hospital, do you suffer from hospital-related anxiety at all? And if so, how do you overcome that?
Oh, my friend. Yes. To the extent that I often don't go to A&E, even when I should, because I'm just really scared of A&E. Not scared, not like an irrational fear of, oh my God, if I go there, something really bad is going to happen to me. It's more of a rational fear. Where are you going?
Charger.
All right, well, she's off. It's not an irrational fear. It's a highly rational fear that is very understandable and therefore, I think, okay to have as a fear. I also have a fear of doctors, a bit, kind of. I'm terribly afraid every time I go and see a doctor that they'll never let me leave, because occasionally I've gone to the doctor and then they've been like, well, you're going straight to hospital, and then I haven't been able to go home for weeks. So there's that fear, definitely. I also have a fear of the hospital that I stayed in for a very long time. And I actually got over that fear by getting married in the Quaker meeting right next door. Because I couldn't drive past the hospital. We couldn't drive past it. I hated it so much. And then when it came to get married, I was like, well, I'm getting over this fear. Darn it. Yes, that's what I did. It's just one of those fears. I think you just have to grin and bear it, you know, because the doctors are there to do good things. A&E is a helpful thing when you're having a kind of mini stroke. Yay. And who knows what could have happened if I hadn't gone there and they hadn't pumped me full of drugs. I might be blind in my other eye. So, life, really. I mean, life. I mean, that was a downer. Oh, thanks, Brittany, for bringing us back up. Next question.
Do you watch Doctor Who?
Do I watch Doctor Who? Yes. I'm afraid I've only seen the first one of the new series. Oh, thanks, Althea. Yeah, I've only seen the first one of the new series. I'm sorry, so I can't really comment on the whole thing. But I think the first one was very good. I'm assuming that this is about like the Doctor is female now. Tell me more. What's that? Oh,
I can see things that you can't see.
Oh.
It's weird on the live chat.
Rebecca, yeah. You're... What? Oh.
I'm like ahead on the chat.
Yes, why are you ahead?
I don't know. You can't see what I can see.
Right.
All right,
Okay.
I'll keep you posted.
Hey, Princess and the Scrivener. If you like film analysis, especially of Disney stuff, go and watch their channel. Can't lie, this medication is only slightly hitting the edges.
You got 10 minutes.
I got 10 minutes. She said I got 10 minutes. Fine. Okay. Shall I? I'm losing my words. Okay. Ask me more questions. I may have to continue this wreath later. I'm going to give most... Yeah, no, I'm like done. I'm going to continue this wreath later. Right now, I'm going to answer questions. Apparently can't do two things at once. Hit me. Next one.
What's your favorite holiday celebration? I guess it's like Christmas, Easter, or like
right. No, like
Christmas?
it's an American holiday. Not like English holiday. Sorry, if you didn't know, in America, you say holidays, but I think you mean Christmas and the things around Christmas. Like Hanukkah is included in that, I think. So just holidays. But in England, we say holiday, and that's when you go to a hot place or a cold place. Somewhere different. You're on holiday. Vacation. There you go. That's what they call it. I learned all these words through The Sims, by the way. That's the only reason I know. The Sims is very educational. That PowerPoint that I made for my mother to convince her to give me The Sims worked like a dream. We also played it in Swedish for a while because she wanted us to learn Swedish. Because if you didn't guess from my Swedish surname, I'm partially Swedish. Next question. Oh, did I not say my favorite holiday? I didn't. I gave you a little like brief on holidays. What's my favorite holiday? I'm going to say Christmas. Who doesn't say, I mean, unless you don't celebrate Christmas, it's going to be Christmas. I mean, Christmas. Yours is probably Halloween.
So, you mentioned you love the Great British Bake Off, but have you seen from other countries, the other versions? If not, you should check out the Canadian one.
Oh my God. I didn't even, I mean, in retrospect, that seems stupid. I didn't know. But I didn't know that there were Great British Bake Off versions from other countries. What? I must immediately check that out. And by the way, just unplugging this.
Yeah, we haven't used the glue gun.
I mean, the words today escape me. Any plans on publishing a book? Yes. Yes. I write books in the notes function on my laptops and my phone so that they're all connected. And whenever I'm struck with inspiration, I can just write. And currently I have 6 books in progress. Well, they're going quite well, to be fair. It would probably get better if I focused on one. But, words. But then, I keep saying words because I can't find words. But no, I think they're going quite well. I Yes. If someone knows a publisher, send them my way. I have many things to pitch. Many.
Do you have a favorite piece of jewelry?
I do. Okay, I'm not wearing it right now, which may seem confusing to you, but I do actually have 4 pearl necklaces. They're all slightly different. I don't know if you can tell. You probably see them on my Instagram, and maybe you do notice. But I have one pearl necklace that my grandfather gave my grandmother when they were on honeymoon. And so that's my favorite. I love my grandparents' relationship. They were basically like Claude and I, but a man and woman version in the Second World War. They met and they got married 3 weeks later. 3 weeks. I mean, yeah, I'm pretty sure Claude and I would have done that, to be fair. And then they were together for over 60 years. It's so lovely. And I've idolized them when I was a child. So much, especially my grandmother. She was amazing. I'm going to have lots and lots of children and be like an amazing matriarch. It's my dream. Life goal. Be a matriarch. Next question.
All right. This one may be a bit longer, so it might be the last one.
Oh, okay.
But
this might be the last question.
I think it's very nice. What is the best thing I could do to help my disabled friend? I want to help, but I don't want her to feel like she's out of control. Like, she wants to help without taking away independence.
Sure. Well, obviously, when it comes to help, I think we're going on to... Oh, is my PO box the same? Yes, it is. If we're going... It's in the description of this video, by the way. Okay, helping. So we're going to go on 2 things. They've got the physical and the mental. And I guess emotional. I'm going to lump that in with the mental right now. So in terms of mental and emotional well-being, the best thing to do is to remind your friend that you are there for them, that if they need something, it is okay to ask. I find it really wonderful when my friends do things without me asking. If they happen to, I don't know if this applies to your friend, but for me, because I talk about stuff on the internet, I sometimes get surprised by my friends who will know something because I mentioned it in a video, but I haven't mentioned it. So maybe if a friend posts on Facebook about like, such a shame that I can't eat sugar anymore, for example, then just like the next time you turn up at their house, have some sugar-free chocolate and be like, hey pal, sugar-free chocolate? Because believe me, that's the kind of thing that warms the soul. Definitely. Always include people in everything. Even if you know that they can't do it, just invite them. Like sometimes I get invited skiing. I'm like, no, clearly not. Skiing is not for me. But I feel very heartwarmed that you asked me. So thank you. Very kind. Things like that. Including your friends like that. And then when it comes to the physical things, like reaching up and getting stuff for your friend, opening doors for your friend, do try and do things without your friend asking. But I get what you're saying when I don't want to take over from this person's autonomy. I don't want to be upsetting them. And I think the trick with that is to not do anything that they can physically touch. Does this make sense? So when it comes to getting something for them before they ask for it, if you can see that your friend is, say, in a wheelchair and they have just rolled up in the shopping aisle and you know that what they want is on that top shelf, grab it down, it's fine. However, if there is the potential that your friend is about to reach over and pick up the glass and bring it to them, don't just like go, oh, I've got it for you, no worries. Like, oh, thanks. Would have done that myself, but okay. Yes, is this helpful? Is this the kind of stuff? There's so much on this though. I don't feel like this is something I can fulfill in this tiny space, especially when I'm rambly and heavily medicated. let's be honest. I'm going to complete this wreath later though.
Yes.
And then I'm going to post it on Instagram.
Why don't you do a recap of what happened at the beginning?
Oh.
While you were in hospital.
Okay.
In
I'm
30
going to
seconds
do
or less.
In what? In 30 seconds or less, I must do a recap of why I was in hospital. Jesus. Right. I had a hemiplegic migraine, which is essentially a stroke, but where you don't have any lasting side effects. Also, I'm currently being investigated for other migraine things. They think I might just be having tiny strokes all the time. Ba-boom! Yay! And also, Vlogmas. Yes. Okay. So this year, no. Start right now. So I'm going to take 2 weeks off to try and like get myself feeling better, because I'm just like on the floor really, energy-wise, because I can hold this up for 40 minutes or 45 minutes or whatever, but then I'm done. So don't think that I'm like this all the time. I'm not. I'm like this and then I'm on the floor. But this is just the personality I would have if I didn't have energy problems all the time. Where was I?
Next video on the 23rd of November.
The next video is on the 23rd of November. I'm going to make 5 videos that are about Disability History Month. This is what happens when I don't edit. You see? You see all the gaps. Disability History Month. And then in December, there will be 3 videos a week rather than the normal Vlogmas. And then I'm going to be doing Christmastide from Christmas Day to the 5th of January, which will be fabulous. And there will be a video every single day. And I am really, really pumped for these videos. I have so many ideas. I really hope that you're going to love them. And I'm also going to be throwing in some things like recipes and how to sign some Christmas carols and all this stuff. And of course, on Instagram, I will again be doing my Advent Outfits Challenge, where I try and wear a festive outfit every single day in December. Also, vote. Has that summed up